People of Reddit, snap your fingers and make anyone alive president of the US. Who do you pick? Me, not because I think I am the most capable, but for fun and out of curiosity. My dad, he's genuinely kind, generous, full of good advice, and very can't wait to show my dad this. My old friend Steven from school, he cares a lot about humanity and preserving nature and whatnot. Aragorn, son of Arathorn. I'd rather replace all of Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Supreme Court than have anyone for corruption of lifelong and effectively lifelong appointments are apparent. I've got a coworker that's the kindest man I've ever met. Like straight Jesus vibes, I'd pick him. Pedro, he will make all of your wildest dreams come true. Vermin Supreme. Hypnotoad. This has got to be an absolutely wild read for anyone who doesn't live in the US. That being said, I don't know, man. Someone who actually gives a flying fuck and isn't trying to win America. The job of president is a fucking burden. Imagine all eyes on you all the time, scrutinizing every syllable of every word you say, and then getting made into a meme from both sides for the same fucking statement. Would you want to be president? I'm suspect of anyone that runs TBH. Like, you want to do this. You want to run America. What a nightmare. There's a big part of me that thinks it should be similar to jury duty. You get pulled. You gotta do it. Obviously excluding folks with criminal records or cognitive issues. I'm just sick of folks who think they've earned or deserved your. You shouldn't need millions of dollars to run for president. Glenn Coco. Someone without a corporate interest. I'd throw in a vote for LeVar Burton. Reading Rainbow guided us as kids. Maybe he can guide the nation with a calm demeanor and a pursuit for knowledge and empathy. Plus, imagine the State of the Union addresses ending with, but you don't have to take my word for it. Dolly Parton. If there's anybody we can all rally behind, it's Dolly. Weird Al, cause he isn't as weird as some other options. Jimmy Carter. I'm tired of all these young whippersnappers being president. I choose me, you're all fucked. Dolly Parton. She would do a good job. Hank Green. My dog, she's Australian-born, but dogs don't have birth certificates. Floppy ears, waggy tail, and super friendly. Much love. Can be bribed with treats, just like a real politician. Rick Astley, because he'll never give you up, let you down, run around and desert you. Make you cry, say goodbye, tell a lie, hurt you. The late great Hannibal Lecter. The rent is too damn high guy from that YouTube video back in the day. He was ahead of his time. Dolly Parton, no question. I'm Canadian and I still think I should be paying my taxes directly to her. Some single cat mom, just to piss off some people. I would not wish this to my worst enemy in the currently polarized political climate. Hard question. Who do I think is a good person who would do a good job but dislike enough to ruin their life? Keanu Reeves. Bobcat Goldthwait. Leroy Jenkins. A cat, any cat is fine. Carl Pilkington. Katie Porter. Anyone alive, so not just Waltz. Only because I could listen to that man talk for hours and still think it was profound. Jon Stewart. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton. Roadrunner. He's gotten out of some serious scrapes. Meep meep. Why do so many people think their favorite celebrities should be president? Being nice and kind doesn't qualify you to run a nation. Dolly Parton. I am very careful to never ever snap my fingers for as long as I live, until the worst possible person is sworn into iPhonos that some a bitch. Bernie Sanders, but in his 40s, so he has a lot of energy. My old history teacher. He knew enough to tell you which parts of history to avoid and how to not let them happen again. Bane. Mendler. The world could use a little George Carlin right now. Dolly Parton, smart, generous, creative, compassionate, and nobody's fool. I know I'm stupid, but it took me a while to realize the reason for terrible presidents, prime ministers, is because people are terrible. I'd say Mr. Rogers, the man was a testament to kindness, empathy, and seeing the good in everyone. Can you imagine a president who genuinely wants to be your neighbor? Plus, I trust anyone who can rock a cardigan with that much authority. Congresswoman Barbara Congressperson to vote against the use of force authorization after September 11th, calling it a blank check. Called for cutting defense spending by 10%. Voted against condemning the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement. Introduced intersectional bill regarding climate change. Introduced a bill to remove cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act. Supported affordable housing legislation. Wants Medicare for all. Thinks health insurance plans should cover abortions. Supports more Gunna Community Mental Health Clinic as a graduate student. Early supporter of LGBT rights. In the California legislature, got bills passed against hate crimes in schools and the California Violence Against Women Act worked to defeat California's 3 strikes law. Edit thanks for the correction. She chose not to run again, but is still in office. Martha Stewart with Snoop as VP. Bernie Sanders, but he's also in his prime. I genuinely believe he's one of the only politicians that have fully dedicated his entire life to actually helping Americans. He would be better than Obama. My cat Bruce, free kebabs for everyone and fresh litter every day. Dolly Parton, she's the best. Morgan Freeman. I'd find some poly-SCIPH-D working at a middle-of-nowhere community college for shit pay because they love teaching and know a ton about politics. Someone with a good heart but a knowledge of how government works. Pete Buttigieg didn't even consider him when he was running with the rest in 2020. Got curious after seeing clips of him putting the smackdown on Fox News anchors and congressmen recently. Just finished listening to his book The Shortest Way Home earlier today. That is a legit smart, empathetic, and good dude. He would do wonders for the US and the world as press. David Attenborough. My cat, he has some really good points like mandatory nap times and hissing at each other. Bill Burr, just to see if that forehead vein would pop or not. Reeves, Keanu Reeves. That Pete dude in charge of transportation. Dolly Parton. I'm not saying this just because it's me, but honestly, I think I bring a lot to the table. So yeah, I'm going to say me. I snap my fingers and I become POTUS. Representative Jeff Jackson NC. Dolly and Snoop. Jon Stewart with Terry Crews as VP. Pete Buttigieg. 2 reasons. One is that he's well-spoken, knowledgeable, and I feel like he'd be a great president. Secondly, because conservative heads would explode with a gay president. Angela Davis. Weird all if the natural-born U.S. citizen time still applies, otherwise haunts Sarpay. Tammy from the trailer park. Free smokes for everyone. My baby, we won't go to war if he can't even say mama. Keanu Reeves, one of the most selfless people around. Gary Sinise, he wouldn't take any shit from assholes around the globe and also would work tirelessly to fix all our broken stuff here like homelessness, mental health, social security, etc. A really camp black gay guy, just to see how many people get pissed off. Inanimate carbon rod. Trey Gowdy. The sandwich lady at my local Wawa, she's smarter than them, by a long shot. Andy Beshear. Bernie Sanders. Frodo. He's the only that can resist the temptation of the One Ring. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Homeless guy in front of my work that screams at anyone that looks at him. Conan O'Brien. Genuinely good person. This may possibly go down like a lead balloon, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. Thanks for watching.